The mud was endless. It clung to boots. It clung to rifles. It clung to every breath of weary men. Above them, the night sky was torn by artillery flashes. Distant thunder rolled across the broken land. This was the Western Front. It was 1916, a place where time seemed to stop, a place where life was measured in yards of earth. Men lived, fought, and died here. Millions of men. But how did it come to this? How did a world of empires and industry fall into this nightmare? Why did one assassination ignite a war that consumed the world? We must go back. In the early 20th century, Europe was powerful. Its cities were bright with electric lights. Railways connected distant lands. Telephones brought voices across countries. Industry thrived. Great powers ruled empires across continents. Yet beneath the surface, tension brewed. Europe was balanced on a knife's edge. Rival alliances divided the continent. The Triple Alliance: Germany, Austria-Hungary, Italy. The Triple Entente: Britain, France, Russia. Nationalism surged like a fever. Peoples demanded independence. Peoples demanded influence. Militarism grew unchecked. Armies expanded. Battleships multiplied. Leaders spoke casually of war. They believed it would be short. They thought it would be decisive. Some even imagined it glorious. It was none of these things. The spark came on a warm June morning. It was 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand rode in Sarajevo. His wife, Sophie, sat beside him. Young Serbian nationalists waited. They wanted independence. They wanted change. Gavrilo Princip stepped forward. He carried a pistol. 2 shots rang out. The Archduke fell. Sophie fell beside him. The world shifted in an instant. Austria-Hungary demanded Serbia be punished. Russia pledged to protect its Slavic ally. Germany promised support to Austria. France prepared its armies. Britain, uncertain but watchful, readied its forces. Alliances built to protect peace now forced nations into war. By August, Europe was ablaze. The war began with hope of speed. Germany moved west through Belgium. The Schlieffen Plan aimed to crush France quickly, but Belgium resisted. Russia mobilized faster than expected. French and British forces slowed the advance. By autumn 1914, both sides dug in. Trenches stretched from the North Sea to Switzerland. A scar of mud and death. Here, soldiers fought for years. Life in the trenches was misery. Mud, lice, disease. Bullets, shells, gas. Monotony, terror, endless waiting. At Verdun, in 1916, the French held the line. "They shall not pass," became a cry. Verdun devoured over 700,000 men. At the Somme, the British attacked. On the first day, 60,000 were killed or wounded. By the end, over 1 million casualties. Fields of northern France were soaked in blood. New technology made killing efficient. Machine guns mowed down men in waves. Poison gas burned lungs and skin. Tanks rumbled across broken land. Planes fought in the skies. Cities below were bombed. Old ways of war were gone. Cavalry charges ended. Industrialized death replaced gallantry. The war spread across the world. Colonial troops were called to distant fronts. India, Africa, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. They fought and died far from home. The Middle East burned. the Ottoman Empire joined the Central Powers. Gallipoli and Mesopotamia became battlefields. Arabian revolts flared. T.E. Lawrence of Arabia, promised independence. He urged rebellion against the Ottomans. At sea, Britain blockaded Germany. Supplies and food ran short. German U-boats prowled the Atlantic. They sank ships. Civilians died. The Lusitania, 1915, shocked the world. America watched from afar. President Wilson urged neutrality, but German aggression swayed public opinion. The Zimmermann telegram revealed German plans against the U.S. In 1917, the United States declared war. American industry and manpower turned the tide. Fresh troops arrived. Supplies flowed. The stalemate began to shift. Russia, meanwhile, struggled. Millions of soldiers died against Germany and Austria. Hunger and despair spread at home. In 1917, revolution erupted. The Tsar was overthrown. Bolsheviks seized power. Russia exited the war. The Treaty of Brest-Litovsk ceded vast lands to Germany. But Germany's gains in the east were too late. The Allies grew stronger in the west. In 1918, Germany launched a final offensive. It hurled its remaining forces. For a moment, it seemed they might succeed. Allied resistance, strengthened by Americans, held firm. Counterattacks pushed Germany back. Exhaustion spread. Starvation spread. Revolution spread. Bulgaria surrendered. The Ottoman Empire collapsed. Austria-Hungary disintegrated. On November 11, 1918, Germany signed the armistice. The guns fell silent. The war was over. The cost was unimaginable. Over 16 million dead. Millions wounded or missing. Towns in ruins. Fields littered with wreckage. A generation lost. At Versailles in 1919, leaders met. They imposed harsh terms on Germany. Reparations. Territorial losses. Disarmament. They hoped to end war forever. Instead, they sowed resentment. They planted seeds for future conflict. The war changed society. Women worked in factories. They ran hospitals. They demanded rights. Old empires vanished. New nations appeared. Modern warfare became a reality. The scars lingered. Cemeteries lined with white crosses. Villages never rebuilt. Families forever broken. Historians debate the war. Some call it a tragic waste. Others see it as the birth of the modern world. All agree it was a turning point. When the guns fell silent, the world had changed. Nations were remade. Societies reshaped. The 20th century had begun. The mud dried. Soldiers went home, if they survived. Memories lingered. Thunderous guns. Fallen comrades. A shattered world. They had lived the Great War. The war to end all wars. Yet shadows of future wars lay ahead.